Quiet, please.
Early in 2018, while replying to a fan on Twitter, Andy Murray boldly tipped a young female Australian to achieve great things in the game of tennis. Her name was Ashleigh Barty. Some 12 months later, Barty was a Grand Slam champion, lifting the Suzanne-Lenglen Trophy on the red clay of Court Philippe Chatrier. Within a fortnight of her French Open success, she topped the WTA Rankings, becoming only the second Australian, after Evonne Goolagong in 1976, to reach the pinnacle of the women's game. Born in Ipswich in the state of Queensland and of Narragansett heritage, Barty was a tenacious, outdoor-loving child, described as having a universal love of all sports and activities. From an early age, she was desperate to play tennis. Her local club, the West Brisbane Tennis Centre, was a humble venue, far from the glitz and glamour of the talent production lines of modern academies. The club had 4 courts. The lines were fading, the fences bowing, and a scattering of trees provided some shade. It was here that Barty started her tennis journey. Initially, the club denied the chubby-cheeked 4-year-old entry to the courts for being too young. The club did not admit children of such a young age, but Jim Joyce, the club coach at the time, noted her incredibly developed hand-eye coordination and took her under his wing. He remained working with Barty throughout her formative years, and to this day, Barty attributes her varied and creative style, routine, and mentality to his schooling. Barty was displaying attributes beyond her years, and her development continued at pace. At 14, she was participating in professional events. By 2011, aged just 15, she had netted her first junior Grand Slam victory at Wimbledon, earning a wildcard into the main qualifying event at the US Open later that year. Comparisons with the legendary Goolagong began to surface as Barty's quick transition to the main WTA Tour was taking shape. Goolagong even spent time with Barty in training and publicly backed her for great things. Along with Casey Delacroix, Barty was part of the first all-Australian pair to reach a women's Grand Slam final, not seen since Goolagong and Gourlay in 1977, when they reached the Australian Open doubles final in 2013. Barty and Delacroix would end on the losing side in 3 of the 4 Grand Slam doubles finals that year. From an early age, Barty demonstrated an understanding of the intricacies and nuances of battle, which helped her connect with the game of tennis. But it also helped feed the hype around her, both in Australia and abroad. The pressure was becoming a source of pain for the young champion. Her success meant more time away from her family, friends, and home. The doubles scene provided her with a partial reprieve, but she was soon sourcing a new beginning in a different sport entirely. In 2014, Barty announced she would be taking an indefinite break from tennis. The 19-year-old returned home, reconnecting with old friendships and participating in team sports. She soon discovered a natural talent for cricket. Despite no formal training in the game, and after playing only 2 matches with a district team, she was spotted and signed by a professional outfit, the Brisbane Heat. Thus, within a year, Barty went from competing on the WTA Tour and in Grand Slam tennis tournaments to participating in the inaugural Women's Big Bash League. Batting at number 6 for the Heat, Barty impressed despite an unorthodox approach. When the season ended in early 2016, her 18 months with the Heat constituted a time of healing. With a changed perspective following some valuable normal life experiences, Barty returned to tennis. Her comeback was nothing short of astonishing. Going into the grass court season in June 2016, she was unranked. After qualifying for the Nottingham Open, she reached the quarter-finals, losing to the eventual champion and number 1 seed Karolina Pliskova. Within 6 months, she had gained a ranking of 325. She was on her way back, and this time, to stay. Barty had struggled with her early success. As a teenager, she had felt lonely and depressed, but her time at home and her participation in the Big Bash had taught her that even in an individual sport, you could still build a team around you. She was able to see success and failure as a collective effort, and this enabled her to not only deal with the pressures of the game, but to motivate her as well. By staying true to her Indigenous heritage, coupled with an innate drive for family happiness over everything else, Barty was able to place every match and every day into perspective, and to alleviate the pressure that comes with leading the way. In her first full season back, Barty jumped almost 300 ranking places to sit comfortably in the world's top 20. She also reached a 4th Grand Slam doubles final, as well as 2 Grand Slam quarterfinals. Over the next 2 years, she would go on to secure her maiden Grand Slam titles in both doubles and singles at Flushing Meadows and Roland Garros respectively. Her coach, Craig Tyser, who has been with Barty every step of the way since she decided to return to the tennis fold, summed the Australian up when he said, "A lot of people talk about her talent and her tennis, but talent only gets you so far, and it's her character that has taken her to where she is right now. I'm lucky enough on a daily basis to see what sort of person she is, and she's a much better person than she is a tennis player. So for me, that's been the key."